Good evening, I am Nisha Charles.
And I am Desmond Joseph.
And we are your presenters for today. Thank you for joining us for SAT TV News. Among the major developments, Cuban ambassador issues statement on financial blockade imposed by the U.S.
Bahamas police call for off-duty officers to be armed.
And Turkey accuses Syrian passenger plane of carrying illegal cargo. Details of these and other stories after the break.
Support local. Support SAT Telecommunications Limited, the people's choice. Join hands with us. Come and sign up for your digital TV connection today. We got the sharpest, cleanest, brightest digital TV connection. No antiquated analog service, only pure digital, and many new packages coming soon. With latest in sports, movies, children programming and much more. So if you have your flat screen TV and you want to see quality TV, join now. Sign up today for your digital television. Support local, support SAT Telecommunications Limited, the people's choice. Support local, support SAT Telecoms Limited, the people's choice. Join hands with SAT and come in and sign up for your digital internet connection today. The fastest broadband digital internet. Why settle for imitation when you can get a better choice? Choose from our 5 packages. We've got the warm-up package going at 256 kilobytes for $28.75. We've got the breezy package at 1.5 megabytes going at $57.50. We've got the Maverick package at 3 megabytes going at $69. We've got the Jet Stream package at 4 megabytes going at $126.50. And we've got the Warp Drive package at 6 megabytes going at $241.50. So come in today and join in hands with the family of SAT Telecoms Limited and sign up for your fastest digital broadband internet service today. Thank you for staying with us. Now for the details of the news. On November 13, 2012, Cuba will submit to the consideration of the UN General Assembly the draft resolution entitled Necessity of Ending the Economic, Commercial, and Financial Blockade Imposed by the United States of America against Cuba. Last year, 186 member states voted in favor of this resolution, which is proof that the battle for the lifting of the blockade has the recognition and support of the vast majority of the international community.
The extraterritorial application of the blockade has been extraordinarily reinforced as proven by the strengthening of the sanctions and persecutions against third countries, citizens, institutions, and companies that establish or intend to establish economic, commercial, and financial relations with Cuba.
The increased persecution of Cuba's international financial transactions has been one of the distinctive features in the implementation of the blockade policy under the current U.S. administration.
As an example, I want to mention that this year the U.S. government imposed a $619 million fine to the Dutch bank ING for making transactions with Cuba in U.S. dollars. This is the highest fine that has been imposed to a foreign bank for doing business with Cuba.
The ambassador says the blockade against Cuba remains unjust, far-reaching, and severe. It is a prolonged system of unilateral strong-arm sanctions ever applied to another country in the world other than Cuba for half a century.
This policy may be defined as an act of genocide by virtue of Item C of Article 2 of the 1948 Geneva Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide. Although international humanitarian law prohibits any embargo on raw materials for food and medicine, even in wartime, Cuba continues unable to trade even food and medicine with subsidiaries of U.S. companies in third countries.
The Cuban embassy commended the Dominican government for the support it has always offered to the Cuban resolution and for calling for the lifting of the blockade at the United Nations General Assembly. And in more local news, as part of Statistics Week, the Central Statistics Committee visited the Goodwill Primary School to educate the children on the importance of statistics as well as the benefits. Mr. Dwayne Dick, along with his co-worker Ms. Leanne Walter, did a presentation where a wealth of information was given on the different statistics completed by the Central Statistics Committee.
See that book? Right? It says report all imports and exports in Dominica. Does anybody know what imports and exports are? Have you ever heard that thing before? Great. Anybody tell me what it is? That is okay. In general sense, but that is imports bringing in of goods and exporting, that is sending out goods. Right? Yes. So we record everything. So when you order a little thing online, anybody ever order anything? We have the recording, right? So that is imports and exports, right? Then we have travel statistics, right? This records all the visitors entering and leaving the country.
The children appeared to be very interested in the information that Mr. Dick provided, especially when it related to travel statistics.
Does anybody know what a tourist is? Okay, I think that's already okay. Great. So we record all that information at the Central Tax Office. We have the information by gender, we have where they stayed at, the ports they came in. Can anybody name 2 ports in Dominica?
As the presentation continued, Miss Lee and Walter informed the students on the demographic statistics and they participated extremely well. She informed them that this type of statistic consists of information on how many births and deaths occurred throughout a period of time.
So many babies that are born in Dominica over a period of time, how many people died over a period of time, and also liaises or links with the population housing census for the growth in our population. Mr. Dick said that after we did the census, we had a certain amount of people in Dominica for population. The demographic statistics kind of joins with that, and it's also part of the demographic statistic, that is the population in Dominica. We want to environmental statistics.
Overall, Miss Walter and Mr. Dick said they were amazed at how well the children participated and they look forward to doing more presentation at other schools. The 15th of October will be observed as Statistics Day.
Then education statistics. Right?
And in more local news, the World Mental Health Day press conference was held under the theme Depression, a Global Crisis on Wednesday, October 10th. The objective was to demonstrate that depression is a treatable illness and spread the message that recovery is possible and achievable. According to statistics, depression is the leading cause of disability worldwide, followed by tuberculosis and road traffic accidents.
When a person loses this basic function, it is not their fault that they turn out to be unsuccessful in their jobs or in their lives. So brothers and sisters, we must not continue to wait until our sisters and our brothers reach a point of committing suicide or even attempting suicide before we provide them the much needed critical support for them to succeed. So again I say, the issue of depression is not limited to the Ministry of Health. It is important to stress that in Dominica, we believe that there is no health without mental health.
Executive Manager of the APD, Ms. Natalie Murphy, stated that depression is a mental disorder that affects one's ability to function normally in different ways.
The ability to hold a job and of course to perform other functions. The problem is here in Dominica, and by this definition, I can say that in fact, depression is a form of disability. In fact, we have been told that it is the leading cause of disability in the world. Depression, the person who is affected by depression is deprived of their liberty, is abused, is exploited, and these are areas in the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities that speak to this treatment.
Dr. Martin Christmas added that depression and mental illness on the whole could become a chronic illness, seeing that the effects are very far-reaching. In addition, Dr. Christmas mentioned that they want to make sure that people are aware of the fact that depression is something that is treatable. Dr. Martin assures the public that depression is not the end of the world, although at times you may feel this way.
As part of the Central Credit Union's 5th anniversary, their primary school spelling bee competition was held on Wednesday, October 10, 2012. The schools that advanced from the elimination round are the Goodwill Primary, the Christian Union Primary, the Clifton Primary, and the Sap and Pye Primary schools. The winner, along with the other 3 participants, will win an MP3 player. Each of them will also have an account opened for them with the credit union in varying amounts. The first word for A, who was from the Clifton Primary School, was necessary.
Correct.
Next in line was B from the Goodwood Primary School, who spelled her word with great confidence.
Should be.
Should be. S-H-R-E-W-D-L-Y. Should be.
Correct.
Contestant C from the Savin Pie Primary seemed to have a little difficulty with his word.
Synonyms. S-Y-N S-Y-N-O-N-Y-M-S. Synonyms.
Correct.
Here are the students spelling some of their words.
Mortgage, M-O-R-T-G-A-G-E.
Correct.
Delinquency. D-E-L-I-N-Q-U-E-N-C-Y. Delinquency.
Correct.
Amortization. A-M-O-R-T-I-S-A-T-I-O-N. Amortization.
Correct.
Stethoscope, S-T-E-T-H-O-S-C-O-P-E. Stethoscope.
Correct.
Constitutional. C-O-N-S-T-I-T-U-T-I-O-N-A-N. Constitutional.
Correct.
The Goodwill School won the final round in the Southern District with 8 out of 10 words correct, and the Clifton and Savin Pie schools tied for the Northern District. The students were presented with their plaques and prizes. And 20 finalists have dipped their numbers for the order in which they will perform at the NCCU Calypso show. Dominicans are encouraged to come and support the 20 finalists on Saturday, October 20th at the Newtown Savannah from 8:30 p.m. Some of the headline sponsors of the event are Digicel, DBS Radio, and SAT Telecommunications. Mrs. Natalie Ward, Sales and Marketing Manager at Digicel, commended the National Cooperative Credit Union for putting together such a great product.
We support culture in many, many different ways here in Dominica, and in so doing, we are indeed happy to be part of this Calypso competition. Again, we look forward to this event, and we want to encourage every single person, every Dominican, to be part of this event on the 20th of October.
Ms. Safra Dover, accounts clerk at the New India Assurance Company Limited and AC Shillingford, wanted the competitors to do their best and remember that they are all winners. Mr. Brian Mead, manager of DBS Radio, says Dominicans should make every effort to preserve and promote this genre of music.
We are overwhelmed at the standard and the quality of the songs that we have received. And all of our announcers have been pushing the music every day. In fact, when it comes to cultural programs, music, and information, we don't need to follow anybody.
As we are in the Creole season, Mr. Mead asked the organizers of the World Creole Music Festival and Creole in the Park to headline more Creole and Calypso artists than reggae artists.
So I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all the finalists much success in the Calypso contest next Saturday. Next Saturday is our Saturday.
Right, this is carried live all over the world. John Mack, you like the Chris Gale, I tell you, first man up. Okay, thank you very much, John Mack. Mark your name on it, John Mack, as we call on Jude Dilloney. Is Jude Dilloney in the building? Number 14, let it go, number 14, let it go. For Jude Dilloney. We now call on Shamika Sorrendo. Is Shamika in the building? She is not yet in the building. Well, let's go to Royette Laura. A sound recorded by Mika Henderson. She has now dipped. And she has dipped number 6. Oh, Patrick was a born nef. And she has dipped number 6. Let it go for Royette. So you can invite all your friends from Dodan Posse. 12. Let it go for Golda. Number 12. And she will now write her name on her number so that everything could be as transparent as possible. Number 2, let it go. Show it to the camera, Triumph, and then give it to Mr. Irish. Triumph has chosen number 2.
This has been the local segment of the news. Coming up next, regional highlights.